I was running 2 miles a day. I was working on my master's program. I had completed almost all of it in generic special education. And I was totally surprised. I felt as though something had been going on inside of me that I didn't know about, and how could this be?
Cancer. Everybody knows somebody who has it. Cancer strikes in 2 out of every 3 American families. It is the #2 killer of human beings. Yet, there is every reason to hope. We are gaining ground. With advances in chemical, surgical, and radiation treatment of the disease, there is now a growing population of people who are living with cancer rather than dying from it. Among the newest organizations to join this emphasis on life is the Cancer Care Center at Framingham Uion Hospital.
There are essentially 3 strategies for treating cancer: surgery, systemic therapy, such as chemotherapy, and radiation therapy. And for a long time at the Framingham Uion Hospital, we've had the capability of performing surgery and administering systemic therapy. What we have been lacking in the past has been radiation therapy. Radiation therapy is a terribly important component of the overall specific management of cancer. And with the introduction of an on-site radiation therapy unit, which is modern with simulator capability and a first-class program, we will now have a perfectly balanced program for the care of patients with cancer.
We started a task force a number of years ago that I chaired because of the need to develop a center or a radiotherapy facility within the hospital so that patients would not have to undergo the physical hardship and the emotional hardship of having to travel wide distances, often for a very brief time of treatment, which would take time out of their work, time out of their families and friends' work, and created a great deal of strain while you're really trying to get things organized for their treatment.
7 years ago, I was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer called Hodgkin's disease. And cancer is the word that no one wants to hear and no one wants to believe. It's sort of like the ground falling out from under you. All of your other plans become unimportant. I was treated with surgery and radiation. It was a real difficult time in my life, and I looked to the doctors and the staff at the Framingham Uion Hospital, my husband, and the rest of my family and my people to support me. Getting back the strength to exert your independence is a very important factor. And for me, being able to take myself, drive myself alone to my treatments was a very important issue. It allowed me to exert that independence for one of the first times in many, many months.
The new Cancer Care Center at Framingham Uion will fill a variety of needs. For the dozens of towns in the Metro West region, the center will provide the highest quality of care. In this area, about 400 people are afflicted with cancer every year. At least half of those will benefit from radiation therapy at some point in their treatment for relief of pain as well as for combating the disease. Having every mode of treatment available here will relieve what for many are enormous financial and emotional burdens. Framingham Uion, as a community-oriented teaching hospital, already has many cancer prevention and health education programs in place. The center will add to those benefits and enhance the hospital's role in the region. For the community as a whole, the advantages are clear. Serving local needs as only a local hospital can, the center will alleviate not only the stress and discomfort of travel to another city, but also will minimize lost work hours and reduce the financial hardship on patients and families. Perhaps the greatest benefit to patients is that they will receive all their care close to home and remain in the hands of a team of professionals who they come to know and trust.
Maybe a patient is going to start chemotherapy with us first, and then after they have it for several months, they may then have to have radiation. And the patients will start complaining about this, and you feel you feel so badly for them that they're looking forward to having to go into Boston every day for a treatment that takes probably 10 minutes. They don't feel well, they don't like the ride in, there's a parking problem, and they very often will say, why can't we have that here at Framingham Union?
Cancer as a disease is a very complex disease. It's not just one disease, it's a set of all different types of diseases under the umbrella of cancer. And someone who is diagnosed with cancer can be presented with a complex set of problems and needs. It's not just the patient who's confronted with these problems, it's also the family. It's not a disease that affects just the patient, it affects the whole family unit, the support system for the patient.
The institutional goal of Framingham Union Hospital is to ensure regional access to quality health care. As an integral part of that goal, the Cancer Care Center offers several features to benefit both the patient and the community. Primarily an outpatient facility, all services will be under one roof. The new two-story structure, adjacent to the hospital, provides the setting that will enable interdisciplinary teams to direct all phases of comprehensive care. That includes surgery, radiation and chemotherapy, counseling, nutrition, physical therapy, intravenous therapy, and support areas, as well as continuous follow-up services. The most valuable addition to the treatment the hospital already provides will be $1 million worth of radiation therapy equipment. The hospital is purchasing a simulator, a diagnostic machine that enables treatment planning, a planning computer, which calculates the dosage of power to be used and the delivery of radiation, and a linear accelerator, a supervoltage machine that uses radiant energy to provide the actual radiation treatment. This state-of-the-art equipment will be able to treat most forms of cancer. There are other benefits in addition to equipment and facilities. Affiliation with the Joint Center for Radiation Therapy in Boston will be of incalculable value to Framingham Union. The Joint Center, a department of Harvard University, is a consortium of 5 major hospitals in Boston, plus Framingham Union, whose purpose is to provide comprehensive radiation facilities for member hospitals. These pooled resources, including computer data and research, mean a level of care for patients unequaled in this area. This internationally recognized program, delivering about 48,000 treatments per year, sets the standard for radiation therapy and research. With these additions, the comprehensive programs of the Cancer Care Center will be a resource in Metro West unmatched between Boston and Worcester.
The various disciplines include the physician component, include the primary care physician, the oncologist, the hematologist, the IV therapist. In addition, the patient has a number of family and personal needs that have to be dealt with because cancer can make a major impact on not only the individual but their family. Up until now, these various disciplines are in various aspects of the hospital and can't readily get together easily. Having an organization where we will be within feet of one another will make the true interdisciplinary nature even more apparent, and the patient will benefit from all of our abilities to work together even closer.
If I told you you had to run 100 miles in order to be cured of a cancer, you'd first faint and then you decide how to get in shape to run 100 miles. But the answer is you don't necessarily have to run 100 miles. You can really just go in your own community and be assured that the best is there. And with the affiliation that we are making right now with the Harvard Joint Radiation Center, this is not a second-best operation. These are renowned specialists, so patients will have the doctor come to them. It's not quite a house call, but it certainly is darn close, where patients will have a community call. A facility based here with superb radiotherapy. They can remain with their physician that they've known for so long and keep that continuity of care that's so important to really good management.
I'm sure that my view of life has changed. The little things mean more to me. When I get caught up in the hubbub of everyday life and tense and upset, I try to remember, and I realize that each day is important. We are so vulnerable to so many things, and one of them being cancer.
For many of us, the battle against cancer is somewhere out there, being waged in laboratories and operating rooms, far removed from the day-to-day details of our lives. For others, cancer is a daily struggle for existence, a fight for one's dignity and personhood against pain and physical weakness and fear. So pervasive, so powerful an enemy can be destroyed only when we all join together and help. As a member of the human family, as a member of this business community, as a resident of this area, as an individual, this is your opportunity to help us fight one of the most dread diseases on earth at the Cancer Care Center at Framingham Union Hospital.